Well, good afternoon and welcome back to Chattahoochee Park here in Oxford, Alabama. First-class facility for a first-class tournament. This is our second game of the tournament, second game of the day. Number 3 seed Coastal South taking on the number 6 seed Chattahoochee Valley here in the Alabama Community College Conference tournament. First round games. One game earlier today, Northwest Shoals defeated Wallace Hansville 10-4. Northwest Shoals will take on Shelton State tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to start a 4-game schedule tomorrow. The winner of this game between Coastal and Chat Valley will take on the 2 seed Gadsden State. That will be the 1 p.m. game tomorrow. Coastal South record of 28-24 overall, 23-13 to finish in third place in the conference during the regular season, taking on the Chat Valley Pirates. 22-32 overall, 17-19 in the conference. Had to sweat it out until the last day of the regular season, did Chat Valley, to earn that 6th seed and make it here today. But you get in and you never know what can happen. And Canyon Meeks going to lead things off against Spencer Nicholas. Strike one, and we're underway here in game number 2 from the Alabama Community College Conference Tournament. Glad you're with us here on JockJive. My name is Tim Altork. Nicholas, the left-hander, serves up another foul ball, and it's 0-2. Nicholas, 4-6, the record, 5.43. The ERA, 66 in a third inning, 63 hits, 32 walks, 54 strikeouts. Against a pretty good hitting Chat Valley team. Chopped away foul, spoiled the 2-strike pitch. It's still 0-2. Canyon Meeks, another foul ball. .308 the average for Meeks. Not a lot of playing time. This is just his 14th at-bat of the season. And that's a high chopper out towards short. Play going to be made. Pulled him off the bag momentarily, but he got back on it. Geelan, the shortstop, across the pane at first base for out number 1. A little bit interesting, but they got the result they wanted. Defensively, 1 away. Zach John Pierre. There's some power in this lineup, and John Pierre responsible for a good part of it. He's jammed there, and it gets out over the head of second baseman Walters, who took kind of a funny path to that ball. Don't know if he read it just right off the bat. Came in, and then it got over his head. A base hit for John Pierre. Finished the thought on John Pierre. 10 home runs this season, 30 driven in. And he's on board with 1 out, a swing and a miss by Josh McDonald. .351, 8 home runs, 42 RBIs. Short lead at first with the lefty on the mound. A swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to McDonald. Extra step over there. That one missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul back. Still 1-2. Coastal South, Chattahoochee Valley, the 3-6 game in this opening round. The top 2 seeds in the tournament got the bye into the Friday games in a 6-team tournament. Popped up right side, fair territory, caught by Payne for out number 2. Now the cleanup man, right fielder, Justin Velos. Velos leads this team with a .387 average. Takes a strike on the corner. 5 home runs, 30 RBIs for the lefty at the plate, the right fielder for the Pirates. Tipped that one off the catcher for strike 2. Bryce Speakman in left, Addison Scott in center, Devin Murphy in right, Joseph Stevens at third, Geelan, we already mentioned at short, Walters out at second, Seth Payne at first, Caden Mason behind the plate. That's the defense for the Coyotes of Coastal South. The 1-2, left it high, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Velos. And he struck him out. High heat. First strikeout for Spencer Nicholas. A 1-out single does no harm to the Coyotes. That runner is left stranded. And we'll go to the bottom of the first, no score. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first in this first round game between Chattahoochee Valley and Coastal South. Coyotes coming to bat for the first time. They'll face pitcher Gavin Blair. Good numbers for Blair. 7-3 the record, .364 the ERA. 76 2/3 innings. That's a lot. That means he's earned his time on the mound. 66 hits allowed in those 76 2/3. Just 24 walks, 75 strikeouts, right at a strikeout an inning for Blair. These two teams split during the regular season. Both won 2 games in their 4-game series. Mentioned Chattahoochee Valley and sneaking into that number 6 spot. They entered the final week of play tied with Southern Union for 6th place and won 1 game in their final series while Southern Union got swept And that was enough to get the Pirates onto the field here today. Murphy going to lead things off. Fouls off the first pitch. Devin Murphy, the right fielder, 361, 6 home runs, 29 RBIs. He's a good base runner out of that leadoff spot. Good table setter for this Pirates team. They would love to have him on to set the tone early in this game. 0-2 the count, though. Off speed, had him off stride. He popped it up to the right side. Shallow in right field. Velos comes in and makes the catch for out number 1.
Velos on the catch for out 1. Batter's number 6, second
So Gavin Blair keeps a good base runner in the dugout. And now the second baseman, Quincy Walters, 289, 4 home runs, 33 RBIs. Walters swinging first pitch, hits one deep into right center, and that's going to split the gap and go all the way to the fence. Walters thinking about 3, now puts on the brakes at second. A 1-out double for the Coyotes. Walters his 13th double of the season, and he is in scoring position as the Coyotes try to strike first in this 3-6 ball game. Addison Scott, the center fielder, 338, 5 homers, 19 driven in. Takes a strike, 0-1. Checked his swing. They peel in the field. He did not go around. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bounced up there. Davis Wells, the catcher. The runner's going to try for third. The throw in time, out at third base. Davis Wells. Pitch was in the dirt. Walters trying to force the issue, but Wells pounced on it and fired a strike to third base to get the out. Base is empty now. And a ground ball off the glove of Meeks, who picks up, throws, not in time. They ruled out a base hit, I agree.
That is number 33, first baseman, Seth Payne.
So Payne reaches on the 2 outs, Scott reaches on the 2-out single. Scott Payne at the plate. Takes the ball low. I'll get it right in a minute. Seth Payne. Addison Scott is at first. Seth Payne at the plate. 337 the average for Payne. No home runs, 13 RBIs for him. Two and 0 the count. 3-0. Blair gets a strike in there to make it 3-1. And that one misses low and in for ball 4.
Now batting for the Coyotes, number 12, Caden Mason.
Caden Mason, the catcher. First and second, 2 outs. And Chat Valley catching a little bit of a break here. Blair has only retired one of the first 4 hitters he's faced. But they got that second out on the base paths, courtesy of Davis Wells. Good strong throw from him. That's helped Blair out as he's tried to settle in here in the first. He's fallen behind 2-0. Caden Mason at .310, 6 home runs, 15 RBIs. Swinging 2-0. He came up empty, 2-1. Fouled off at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Missed outside, a full count. That'll give the runners a head start from first and second. Walters out at second. Addison Scott at first. There they go, and it's ball 4. Blair continues to struggle a little bit here in the first. That's not Walters. I'm struggling too. Scott was at second. Now he is at third. Payne was at first. Now he's at second. Mason now at first after that walk. Bases loaded. Second walk in the inning. And Bryce Speakman at the plate. .313. 1 home run, 15 driven in. Takes high. The Coyotes threatening in the first. Bases loaded, 2 outs. There's a strike at the belt, 1-1. 2 out hits were big in this first game here today between Northwest Shoals and Wallace Hansville. Saw some clutch hitting in that ball game that really helped determine the outcome there. As a called strike to Speakman makes it 1-2. Ball 1. Ball 2, I beg your pardon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chopped to second. And Jones goes to first on that routine ground ball. And Gavin Blair and the Pirates get out of the first. They leave the bases loaded after 2 hits and 2 walks. The out on the base paths, a big one, kept the Coyotes off the board. No scores. We go to the second.
top of the second for Chat Valley. Number 13, left fielder.
No score as we go to the second. 5, 6, 7 spots in the order for the Pirates coming up. Trey Fulmer to lead it off, the left fielder. Fulmer, a big part of the power output for this Coyotes team as he hits one in the air to right. Playable for Murphy. One pitch, one out in the second. Fulmer with 11 home runs this season. But a routine fly to right to start the second. Now Stauder, 259, 6 home runs, 30 driven in. Ball one high to Stauder. Curveball gets in there to even things up. 1-1. Another breaking ball. He fouls that one off the right side. 1-2. Fastball up and away. 2-2. Good location on that curveball, and a good job by Stauder to spoil it. Still 2-2. Tried to go up and away after he fouled off the low and in pitch and missed out there. It's 3-2 now. Foul back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. All these games in the tournament will be 9-inning ball games. The 3-2 is high for ball 4. So Nicholas issues his first walk. Comes with 1 out in the second.
Batters catcher number 23, Davis Wells.
Davis Wells, the hitter. Showed bunt. Pitch was in, backed him off. 1 ball, no strikes. See if that was a decoy or if that's the strategy here for Chat Valley. Well, swinging away. Big cut, didn't get it. 1-1. Good year at the plate for Davis Wells. 350, a home run, 10 RBIs. Split time as catcher. Fouls that one back. Wells, a transfer from Southern Union. Played there last year, was in this tournament with that team. As well as the man on deck, Noah Jones. That was pulled foul. I'm sure those two guys relishing the fact that their former team was the one they beat out to get this 6th spot in the tournament. All of their former teammates at home, and here they are playing still in this tournament. That one just missed. Good tailing action on that fastball from Nicholas. He thought it caught the corner. 2-2 to Wells. Runner goes. Grounded foul. This is not a team in Chat Valley that steals a lot of bases, but Stoddard 5 out of 10 in that department. They've had just 7 players all year attempt a stolen base. So they're not doing a lot. Wells line drive, position perfectly, throw back to first. In time, double play. Gielan was played perfectly on Wells. That line drive right into his glove. And the base runner, Stoddard, even in his attempt to get back, not quick enough. And the double play ends the inning. A base runner for the Pirates on the walk and nothing more. Bottom of the second coming up, no score. Both teams have had some base runners here early. None of them have crossed the plate yet. So we start the bottom of the second inning. 7-8-9, Kennedy Leggett. The DH for this Coyote team, big right-hander. Leggett at 226. Leads the team with 10 home runs, 29 driven in. Grounds one, left side, high throw, airmailed by Jack Bryson. He was deep short and didn't get positioned well to make that throw, and it sailed on him.
Shortstop number 13, Derek Jalen.
I think he probably had more time than he thought he did. Rushed that throw a little bit, perhaps. An error at short. A base runner for the Coyotes. And the shortstop, Derek Gielan, takes a ball in the air to right, pretty deep. Going back, Velos. Now he slows down and gets behind it, makes the catch at the base of the warning track for out number one. Velos had to turn on the jets a little bit to get back to that one, but he tracked it well. Leggett stays at first. And the number 9 hitter, the third baseman, Jackson Stevens. First pitch swinging over the glove of the first baseman, but foul. That slicing action off the right-handed hitter's bat. That one tailed off into foul territory. 0-1 the count. Takes one high and tight to even it up. That one's chopped foul past third. He's using the whole field. Fortunately, it's all in foul territory. 1 and 2. And he struck him out. Had him off stride on the breaking ball. Good pitch by Blair. Stevens down on strikes. First strikeout for Gavin Blair. Gets you back to the top of the order for the Coyotes. Devin Murphy, who flied out to right. His first time up. Popped up foul. Going to get out of play for strike one. Good breaking ball outside corner. 0-2 the count to Murphy. Popped up foul. Out of play. Still 0-2.
Please return the foul balls back to the first base dugout. Thank you.
Another 0-2 pitch on the way, and he struck him out. Went back to that same pitch in the same location that got Stevens. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Blair with back-to-back strikeouts to end the second. Leaves a runner stranded at first. We go to the third, no score.
Leading off the top of the third,
8-9-1 spots coming up for Chattahoochee Valley. Here in the top of the third, a scoreless ball game. Noah Jones, the second baseman, takes up and in. A strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Jones solid at the plate all year. 311, a home run, 16 driven in. Two and one. Caught the corner, 2-2. That one pushed foul and out of play. Still 2-2. Ball high, full count. Goes the other way down the line, going to land foul. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes to Noah Jones. And again, he goes the other way, and again, he's fouled it. That one goes out of play. Three, 2. Ball 4.
Jones draws the walk, and
A leadoff walk in the third. Jones 4 out of 5 in his stolen base attempts this season. Bunt shown by Jack Bryson, takes the ball low and in. It's 1-0. Looking to bunt Jones over, not steal him over, at least on that first pitch. Again, the bunt. Foul back for strike 2. Or, I beg your pardon, evens the count, 1-1. Bryson at 280. Has a home run. He's driven 22 in. Jones is going. Ball pops away from the catcher. No throw will be made. Noah Jones with a stolen base. Bryson checked his swing. Don't know if that served as some kind of, maybe a little bit of a distraction on that pitch as it came home, and Caden Mason wasn't able to handle it. Wasn't that bad of a pitch. But Jones at second now with nobody out. A 2-1 count. Going to try to bunt him to third now, and Bryson bunts it foul again. It's 2-2. This is our second game of the tournament. Showing bunt with 2 strikes, gets it down towards first. The tag is applied by Payne. The first baseman charging on the play. Gets the out, the runner moves up. Sacrifice successful for Jack Bryson, and he did it with 2 strikes. Nice job. Canyon Meeks, top of the order. That's Chat Valley trying to strike first here in the third. Meeks grounded out to short his first time. Swinging. Foul right side and out of play, 0-1. Pitch missed outside to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Came in on him, jammed him, popped him up. It's going to stay in play for Seth Payne over by the first base dugout. So that's a big second out with that runner at third. But you got to get a good hitter if you're going to get out of the inning. Nicholas will face John Pierre, who had a base hit his first time up. Swings at the first one, fouls it out of play for strike one. The 0-1, up and in, 1-1. Noah Jones led off the inning with a walk, stole second, got to third on the sacrifice. And John Pierre hits one in the air to shallow right center. And Addison Scott, the center fielder, has it. And they leave that runner stranded at third. He got there with one out. They couldn't get him home. No score as we go to the bottom half of inning number 3. Bottom half of the third. No score here. First of 4 days in this tournament. We're just getting started. Hope you're with us for the long haul here on JockJive. I'm in it for the long haul. I'll be here all 4 days. A lot of the work will be done tomorrow. 4 games. Shelton State and Northwest Shoals. That matchup has been determined. They'll get things started tomorrow at 10 a.m. The winner of this game will take on Gadsden State in the 1 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon. The loser of this game plays at 4 in an elimination game. 2, 3, 4 spots in the order. Walters, Scott, and Payne. One and one. Quincy Walters doubled his first time up, but was thrown out. Trying to steal third base. Grounds one to second. Jones scoops it up and throws to get the out.
Center fielder, number 10, Addison Scott.
One out in the third. Addison Scott had a base hit his first time. Pops this one up. Wells going to give it a look and run out of room as it hits the roof over the seating area. The 0-1, low and away, 1 and 1. If you've never been to this ballpark, all that seating that you see behind home plate in your picture there is covered. Hard hit and into left. A one-out single for Addison Scott, who's 2 for 2.
With the hit brings up first baseman number 33, Seth Payne.
So Scott at first with one out. He reaches for the second time. And Payne at the plate, who drew a walk his first time up, swings through the first one for strike one. There's more seating in this stadium behind the dugouts. That is not covered seating here in this stadium. So if you want to sit out and catch some sun, as a couple of folks are doing, you can do that. You also got what looks like the Gadsden State baseball team sitting over there on the first base side. Back behind the first base dugout, Gadsden State doing some scouting. Getting a peek at which one of these teams they'll end up facing tomorrow. Tipped in the mitt, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Payne. Grounded left side, charging that 8. Meeks up and goes out into left field. Ball not hit that hard. Meeks playing back at third, had a long way to go to get to it. Knew he had to commit to charging that ball. And the hop came up, caromed off his chest and into left. So a little something cooking here in the third for the Coyotes. First and second, one out. And a ball low to Caden Mason. Mason also drew a walk his first time. Takes it in the dirt. Good block by Wells. 2-0. Foul back to the screen. 2-1. Didn't get the breaking ball, 2-2. Outside, full count. Ripped into left, base hit. They're going to send the runner. Throw is cut off. The run scores. The throw goes back to second. Everybody's safe. It's 1-0 Coastal. Caden Mason, an RBI single in the third. Breaks the scoreless tie. Gavin Blair going to be the subject of a conversation on the mound. The entire infield gathers. A base hit, an error. Set the table. Caden Mason sat down at 8, drove home the run. And Coastal may not be done yet. First and second, still only one out. Bryce Speakman. Grounded out to second, his first time. Hits one hard pass first and into right. They'll send the runner from there. Velo's throw comes to second. It's 2-0. Back-to-back RBI singles. Caden Mason stops at second. Third hit of the inning, still only one out. And Leggett at the plate, he reached on an error his first time. Mentioned he leads this team with 10 home runs. Don't have to use your imagination when you look at Leggett at the plate to realize what kind of power he has. Big cut, foul it back, 1-1. Yeah, some guys hide their power. Leggett's got it on full display. 1-1 the count. Pops out of the middle wells. Runner's going to try to move up. The throw to third, gets past third. And nice save there by Jack Bryson. That ball got under the glove of Meeks at third and was destined for left field, and Bryson, hustling over to back it up, made a diving stop to keep it from going out all the way into left field and letting another run score. Could have been worse, could have been better. Runners move up to second and third, 2-1 the count. 3-1 now to Leggett. He gets into one and rips it into left. It's going to one-hop the fence and score 2 more runs. Leggett will chug into second with a double. 4-0 Coyotes. A smash into the gap by Kennedy Leggett. And a 4 spot here in the third. Still only one out. Geelan, the shortstop, the number 8 hitter at the plate. Fouls that one back for strike one. For Leggett, his sixth double of the season. One and one the count to Geelan, who flied out to right his first time. But they have dialed it in on Gavin Blair in this inning. 4 hits, An error has added to the offense here. 2-1 the count. Geelan was out in front. Didn't get it. It's 2-2. You see Leggett getting his lead from second. Pitch is high. Ball 3, full count. The 3-2 to Geelan. Little pop out towards first, right off his fists. And that'll be caught by McDonald.
McDonald catch for the second out.
2 away now in the third.
Number 3, Joseph Stevens.
And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Joseph Stevens, who struck out his first time. Good breaking ball from Blair. Drops in for a strike, 0-1. Went back to it. Stevens fouled it out of play. It's 0-2. Called strike 3 on the corner. Blair gets the punch out to end the inning, but not before 4 runs cross the plate on 4 hits in an error. A runner left stranded at second. 4-0 our score. Coastal leads it as we go to the 4th.
Leading off the top of the board, first base,
4-0. Coastal has jumped out in front, giving Spencer Nicholas a nice lead here. Pitch taken low as Josh McDonald leads it off. McDonald, Velos, Fulmer, 3-4-5 in the order coming up in the top of this 4th inning. Popped up. And the shortstop takes charge out there. Geelan catches it on the other side of the bag at second. One out in the 4th. Now Velos, who struck out his first time. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Other way, crossed up the defense. That's going to get in the corner to left. Speakman just now picking it up. A cruise control double for Justin Velos. Stevens, the third baseman, was well off the line. Swung around against the left-handed hitter, and Velos burned him in that direction. A one-out double. Now Trey Fulmer. Fulmer was on it, had a good cut, fouled it back. It's 0-1. Fulmer flied out to right his first time. He's hitting .302 this season, 11 home runs, 38 driven in. Still a long way to go in this game. But after that 4 spot in the bottom of the third, Chat Valley would love to get a quick answer here with maybe at least 1 or 2. One to Fulmer. High and away, 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Fulmer. He turns on that one, line right in the glove of Stevens. Back to second, not in time. As Velos, good instincts on the base paths. That ball was smashed on a line to third, but right at Stevens. And Velos, good job not assuming that ball would get through. Stayed out of the double play. Tough break for Fulmer, who hit it hard. Popped up. Starter. It'll be the second baseman, Walters, to put it away. A one-out double, but no more trouble for Spencer Nicholas and the Coyotes. That runner left stranded. 4-0 our score as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Four nothing. Coyotes lead it as they come to bat in the bottom of the fourth. Six teams in this tournament. It's a little bit smaller tournament than in years past. We had 8 here last year. Blair facing Devin Murphy, the leadoff man, 1, 2, 3 in the order. On their way to the plate here in the fourth. Murphy 0 for 2. Takes a strike to even the count, 1-1. When you're looking at a 6-team double elimination tournament, there's a couple ways you can break it down, but one way I like to look at it is, you know, 2 teams are going to lose their first 2 games and be done. So those 2 teams will be gone by the end of the day tomorrow, whoever they are. Strike 2-2 to Murphy. Called strike 3. Murphy down on strikes for the second time. Didn't like that call. He is the first out in the 4th. So you'll have 2 that lose 2 and go home. You'll have 1 that wins either 2 in a row or 3 in a row, and without a loss advances to the championship. And that one's hit hard. Out at second, though, Jones collects, makes the throw, and gets Walters by a step. 2 quick outs here in the 4th. And it'll be either 2 or 3 games because of the byes. It could be 2 wins by either Shelton or Gadsden, or 3 wins by either of the 2 teams that win here today and have to win 2 more to get to that championship. But 1 team will do that, and then the other 3 will duke it out on Saturday and try to avoid that second loss and get into that championship game. So that's how the 6 teams, all of them will fall into one of those 6 slots. One and 1 the count to Scott. In the air to right. Velos has a beat on it. And after all that trouble in the 4th, or in the 3rd, I should say, Gavin Blair, a bounce back inning in the 4th. It gets them 1-2-3. And we'll go to the 5th, 4-0. Coastal leads it.
Alabama, number 23.
4-0 our score as we start the 5th inning. 2 hits, 2 walks for Chat Valley, the only 4 base runners they've had. Still looking for that first run. Bottom of the order, Davis Wells fouls that one off. 7, 8, 9, Wells, Jones, and Bryson coming up for the Pirates. Wells put a good swing on it, but Murphy had it played well, and he gets to it. Pretty hard hit ball, but it's out number 1 in the 5th. Wells is 0 for 2. Now Noah Jones. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Jones drew a walk his first time, stole a base. Got around the 3rd, but they left him out there. He hits that one out into right center field. Going to get down for a base hit. A one-out single for Noah Jones.
That hit by Jones brings up your shortstop, number 4, Jack Bryson.
Bryson laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. That got Jones to third with one out in that third inning. But they were not able to bring Jones home from there. One-0 count. Chopped out towards short and off the glove of Geelan. It went over the head of Stevens, the third baseman, cutting over. And that high hopper turns into an infield hit for Jack Bryson. So runners first and second, now one out. And the top of the order, Canyon Meeks. Meeks 0 for 2. He's grounded out and popped out. A swing and a miss for strike one. A swing and a miss for strike two. Nicholas tried to see if he would keep on chasing. Went further away that time. Outside for ball one. Low and in, it's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Up the middle and into center field. Jones going to round third and score the first run for Chat Valley. A big RBI single for Canyon Meeks. 3 straight hits for the Pirates, and they're on the board to make it 4-1. Bryson stops at second. And a visit to the mound coming. Talk things over with Spencer Nicholas. Talked about when Meeks came up the first time that he didn't have a lot of at-bats this season. That's just the second RBI of the year for Canyon Meeks. On his 5th hit of the season. So a run in, still only one out, and runners first and second. John Pierre lifts one in the air to right. Murphy going to go get it. The runner tags from second. The throw to third is out towards left field. Collected by Stevens there, but not a chance to make a play. And Bryson moves up from second to third. 2 outs in the inning now. Runners on the corners. And the catcher, Mason, giving the signals for how the infield will play this if Meeks takes off from first. A distinct possibility in this situation with McDonald at the plate. Not going there. McDonald had a good cut on a pitch up in his eyes and fouled it back. Grounded right side, long way to go for Walters, but that was a high hopper that gave him time to get there and make the throw and limit the damage. 3 straight hits for the Pirates gets them on the board with a run. They leave 2 on base, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Coastal leads it now 4-1.
You were there. You played there in the heyday. That was a great crowd there. Golly.
4, 5, 6 spots in the order coming up for Coastal. The number 3 seed in this tournament. Shelton and Gadsden actually finished tied for first in terms of their conference record, but Shelton got the tiebreaker and earned the number 1 seed by virtue of winning 3 of 4 against Gadsden during the regular season. And those 2 teams were well ahead of the pack, 4 games ahead of Coastal South, which finished 3rd. And you look at Shelton and you look at Gadsden and you look at 2 very different styles that got them to the top of the standings. We'll see those on display tomorrow. But Shelton did it with pitching. Gadsden, a run-scoring machine. As that ball is hit in the air, shallow right, Velos gets over there and makes the catch to retire Seth Payne for out number 1 here in the 5th.
Number 12, Caden Mason.
Shelton State as a team among the team leaders among the leaders in the nation in team ERA. Pitching, pitching, pitching. The depth of that pitching staff was on display all year long. The team ERA finished below 3, 2.90 as a team. That's better than a lot of guys' best pitchers elsewhere. And that's what they did as a complete pitching staff. 2-1 the count to Caden Mason. Grounded, foul, just foul. Past 3rd. And then you look at Gadsden, which hit 341 as a team. Slowly towards third. Throw across, pulled him off the back. They called him out. Wow. And that didn't take long for the coach for Coastal South to come out to the baseline and ask for an explanation. They're going to have an umpire conference. The play was made by Meeks, who charged on that slow roller and threw across the diamond. The umpire at first said that McDonald held the bag long enough to get the out. But it was a bang-bang play. He certainly came off. It was a matter of if he did so after he had the baseball. And they're going to stick with the original call, out at first. Saw a similar play out at second base during the first game earlier today. And a similar call. A play where it looks like the call would be safe, but the umpire right there on it saying he was on the bag when the ball was in his glove. 2-0 the count now to Speakman with 2 outs. Up and in. 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. Chop foul. 3-2. In the air, shallow left. Fulmer lost it in the sun. It dropped right next to him. A double for Speakman on a ball that Trey Fulmer, the left fielder, completely lost in the sunshine.
That hit brings up number 25, designated hitter Kennedy. Again.
So a break for the Coyotes. Leggett doubled home 2 runs his last time up. He's 1 for 2. He's also reached on an error. Well, he's off of that one. Takes it low. 1 ball, no strikes. Going back, talking about Gadsden and what they were able to do offensively this season, I mentioned hitting .341 as a team. They scored 391 runs in 51 games. That's almost 8 runs per game. So you've got, just to finish that thought, shows the contrast between the top 2 teams in this tournament. Neither of whom play today. They both got the bye. They'll be ready to go here tomorrow. But Shelton, with its nation-leading pitching staff, and Gadsden, with the way it scores runs, if those 2 clash, it'll be interesting to see which one of those styles wins out. And, of course, there's 6 other teams trying to keep them from meeting up. Or 4 other teams, I should say. 6 teams total in the tournament. 3-1 the count to Leggett. The winner of this one will see that Gadsden State team tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Grounder to second. Jones turns and throws and gets Leggett
Jones on the play.
to retire the side.
One left
So a tough luck double for Blair. He works around it,
Coastal South 4.
and he's settled in a little bit the last couple of innings. After a 4-run third, he's held him in check. And we will go to the sixth. 4-1 our score. Four, five, six spots in the order for the Pirates. Grounded up the middle. A little bit of a miscommunication there. They both kind of hesitated. Walters at second, Geelan at short, not sure which one was going to take it.
Hit brings up number 13, left fielder Trey.
Geelan eventually got to it, but not any chance to make a throw and get an out. It's a base hit for Velos, who's 2 for 3 now. And a good start to the sixth for Chat Valley, trying to rally. Ball high. Trey Fulmer 0 for 2. Foul back, 1-1 the count. Takes inside, 2 balls and a strike. He hits one deep to center. Scott going back, has to play it off the fence. Velos had a good read on it, was running all the way. He'll have to slam on the brakes at third, though. A double for Fulmer, who gave it a ride out to center. Second and third, nobody out.
Center fielder, number 21, Travis Stauber.
Now Stouter. 0 for 1 with a walk. Swing and a miss. Takes the ball high. It's 1-1. An opportunity here in the sixth for the Pirates of Chat Valley, trailing it by 3. Strike on the inside half. That ball had good tailing action on it, came back over the plate. 1-2. A foul ball, that might have hit the knob of the bat. Stouter started to swing and stopped it, but the ball hit the bat anyway. It was an inside pitch, and it trickled foul up the first baseline. So another 1-2. High fly ball, left side. Over there is Speakman, and he runs out of room as it goes foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pirates looking for a big hit here. Pitches up and away. It's 2-2 to Stouter. Outside, ball 3. Action begins in the bullpen for Coastal South. The 3-2. Up the middle into center field, a base hit. Runner will be waved around third. The throw up the line to first. 2 runs in. It's a 1-run ball game. 3 straight hits to start the 6th. Stouter with the 2-run single.
Number 23, catcher Davis Wells.
Nobody out in the inning. Stouter at first, Wells at the plate. He's hit the ball hard twice, but nothing to show for it. Tries to bunt, pops it foul. Strike 1. Wells hit a line drive to short his first time up that turned into a double play. And hit a hard fly ball to right field that was caught his last time up. Trying to bunt again, gets it down. Play will be to first, Nicholas to Payne covering. Tying run now, scoring position after the sac bunt by Wells. 1 out in the inning.
Second baseman, number 11, Noah Jones.
Now Noah Jones, but he'll have to wait until after this conversation between Caden Mason, Seth Payne, and Spencer Nicholas. Buying him some time in the bullpen. Reminder, while we got a minute, we'll have 4 games for you tomorrow right here on JockJive from this tournament. Alabama Community College Conference, Division I baseball. We'll start at 10 a.m. with Shelton State and Northwest Shoals. And we'll go on through the day from there. At the end of the day, 2 teams will be gone from this tournament. Game time scheduled for 10, 1, 4, and 7. But those will adjust as needed as we go through the day. Ball 1 to Jones. And a visit, and I believe we're going to get a pitching change now. The Coastal South dugout waiting to greet Spencer Nicholas. As the Coyotes go to the bullpen, in trouble here in the top of the 6th. 2 runs in and a runner on. They'll make a change. We'll be back. New pitcher for the Coyotes. First pitching change for either team in this game. Garrett Milbourne going to come in, the right-hander, with a record of 3-3, an ERA of 4.58. 72 2/3 innings pitched, 84 hits, 23 walks, 38 strikeouts for Milbourne. That amount of innings tells you he was probably a starter for much of the season. But they're turning to him. And again, that type of strategy just speaks to the importance of the first game in these double elimination tournaments. If you can get a win, you can shorten your path a little bit. And limit the amount of pitching that you need for the entire tournament. And it's a gamble if you use a guy like that you might be able to use as a starter at some point. But these coaches put plans together. They know situationally how they want to work these tournaments and how they want to use their staffs. Milbourne in there to face Noah Jones with one out, a runner at second. 2 runs in for Chat Valley. They entered the inning trailing at 4-1. They've cut it to 4-3. And Jones in a 2-0 count. Nicholas threw him a ball before the pitching change. So now it's 2-0. As Stouter leads from second. Jones in the air, shallow left. Over to get it is Speakman. And he had a little trouble with the sun out there too. You could see him pointing up that way.
Batters number 4, shortstop, Jack Bryson.
We saw Fulmer in the last half inning lose one out there, and it turned into a double. But Speakman able to navigate it and get the out. 2 away in the inning now. And the number 9 hitter, Bryson, grounder to second. Walters to first. Gets the out. And that will end the inning, but 3 straight hits to start the inning. The big one, the 2-run single by Travis Stouter, cuts the lead to 1. 4-3 our scores. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We got ourselves a 1-run ball game. Bottom of the 6th. A 4-run third inning for Coastal South, the difference in the game right now. That gave them a 4-0 lead at the time. Chat Valley battled back. 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. And here we are in the bottom half. 8-9-1 coming up for the Coyotes. Swing and a miss. by the shortstop, Geelan. 0 for 2. He's flied to right and popped to first. On the other way both times. Takes a strike, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Struck him out on 3 pitches. Geelan is retired for out number 1.
Third baseman, number 3, Joseph Stevens.
Credit to Blair. He's really rallied since that 4-run third inning. Stevens shows bunt, takes a strike. That one bounced off of Wells, popped away to even the count 1-1. Since giving up 4 hits in that third inning, the only hit that Blair has allowed was that fly ball that was lost in left field by Fulmer. That ball off the bat, under any other circumstances, would have been an out. So Blair has really settled down and given his team a chance to climb back into it, as this one's in the air to center. Routine for Stouter, who barely had to move. 2 outs in the 6th.
Back to the top of the lineup with number 5, right fielder, Devin Murphy.
Top of the order, and Murphy takes a strike. Murphy 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Blair's had his number so far. Fouls that one away. Foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up, going to get out of play. Still 1-2. That one, Blair thinks it has a chance to stay in, but it will get out of play. Blair off the mound. Was chasing after that one all the way. I know that feeling as a former pitcher. There's a chance to get that third out, even a remote chance. You go running after it. Still 1-2. Just missed with the breaking ball. 2-2. Hot shot to third off the glove of Meeks. No play. Meeks thought he fielded it. He was reaching in the glove to grab it and make a throw.
Back to the batter, second baseman, number 6, Quincy Walters.
So a base hit for Murphy on the hard hit ball. He's at first with 2 outs. We're going to get a runner for Murphy here. Dominic Negron. So Negron going to run for Murphy. So Negron at first, running for Murphy. 2 outs in the inning. And ball 1 to Quincy Walters. 1 for 3, had a double in the first. Swing and a miss. Pops away from Wells, but no harm done. Count is even at 1-1. Foul ball off the mid of Wells, 1-2. In the dirt, blocked up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounded right side foul. Two. Low and away, full count. Negron will get a head start from first. There he goes. Called strike 3 at the corner, at the belt. Gavin Blair, after a 2-out single, leaves the runner stranded. He continues his good work of late. 4-3, still our score. Coastal South in the lead as we go to the 7th. Top of the order for the Pirates in the 7th. Meeks, John Pierre, McDonald. Foul ball off the bat of Canyon Meeks for strike 1. He had an RBI single his last time up. 1 for 3. Grounded foul past third. Garrett Milborn out on the mound to start his second inning of work after he joined the game in relief an inning ago. Got some activity in the bullpen for Coastal. Noteworthy, nobody throwing for Chat Valley. Ground ball to short, long throw. Geelan makes it. Nicely done. Gets Meeks by a step. 1 out in the 7th. Now John Peer. Popped up. Left side, long run for everybody. Oh, Speakman. Falling to the ground, held on to the ball, made the catch. Speakman with a long way to go. That ball in shallow left field near the line. Stevens, the third baseman, not able to get back there. And Speakman trying to kind of keep an eye on where everybody else was too. Maybe he didn't take the best path to the ball. The stun part of the play as well, as we've seen already in left field. But able to get close enough to it and make the catch and hold on as he fell to the ground. Nice play. 2 outs in the 7th. A 1-0 count to McDonald, who hits one in the air pretty well center. Scott going back, slows down now and makes the catch for out number 3. So some solid defense. Comes up with a couple of outs in a 1-2-3 7th for Coastal. 4-3 our scores. We go to the bottom half of inning 7. Bottom of the 7th. And a new pitcher for the Pirates of Chattahoochee Valley. Gavin Blair's work is done. He did a good job. Rough start, strong finish, and kept his team in it. Jordan Oldno going to be the new pitcher. And a grounder. High hopper to short. Misplayed by Bryson. If he had to do that again, he'd charge hard and get that high hop. An error allows Scott to reach. Now Payne. Throw to first behind the runner. He's back safely. Jordan Oldno, the pitcher, making his 17th appearance of the season, a record of 0-1, 4.44. The ERA, 26 in the third innings, 31 hits, 13 walks, 23 strikeouts. Foul ball.
Pitching now for Chat Valley, number 15 is Jordan Oldno.
1-1 the count. Bunt attempt is foul again. 1-2. That one missed high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball center. Stouter has it with no problem.
Now your batter's catcher, number 12, Caden Mason.
One away in the bottom of the 7th. Caden Mason, the catcher, will hit 1 for 2, a walk. Had an RBI single in that 4-run fourth and also scored a run. Throw to first. Safe. Strike at the knees, 0-1. High fly ball, deep to left, and there it goes, a 2-run blast. Caden Mason adds 2 runs to the Coastal lead at 6-3.
Batter's number 4, Bryce Speakman.
Now Speakman takes low and away. Seventh home run of the season for Caden Mason. He's driven in 3 of their 6 runs in this game. 1-1 to count to Speakman. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes now. Speakman with a couple of hits. 2 for 3, a single, a double, an RBI, a run scored. Left side, in the air. Fulmer over there towards the line. Makes the catch for the out.
Batter's number 25, designated hitter, Kennedy Leggett.
Now Leggett, who's 1 for 3. A 2-run double in the third. Swing and a miss. 2 outs in the inning. Leggett takes a strike at the belt. It's 0-2. He's going to try Fulmer in left. This one pretty deep, but playable. And instead, it's going to be the center fielder, Stouter, who comes over into the gap and puts it away near the warning track. But Leggett got under it. Caden Mason did not. He got all of one and put 2 more runs up on the board with a 2-run shot to left. And Coastal leads at 6-3 now as we go to the 8th.
Leading off the top of the 8th for Chat Valley, number 6 right fielder.
4, 5, 6 spots coming up for Chat Valley in the 8th. Velos, Fulmer, Stouter. They had cut it to 1. Find themselves down by 3 late in this game. Velos takes a strike inside corner from Garrett Milborn. Gadsden State, the number 2 seed in this tournament, awaits the winner of this game. They will play in the 1 o'clock game tomorrow, the second game of the day. First game tomorrow will be Shelton State and Northwest Shoals. Northwest Shoals a 10-4 winner in the tournament opener. They defeated Wallace Hansville. We'll get our first look at those top 2 seeds tomorrow. Shelton State the 1, Gadsden State the 2. We'll have all those games, 4 games tomorrow, all right here on JockJive. 3-1 Velos. Fouls it straight back, 3-2. Velos has had a good day at the plate, 2 for 3 with a run scored. And he's 3 for 4. Base hit to center. And a good start to the 8th for Chat Valley.
Now your batter's left fielder, number 13, Trey Fulmer.
Fulmer, 1 for 3. He had a double his last time up. Came around to score a run. That was part of that 2-run 6th for the Pirates. In the air, shallow right center. 3 players converging. The center fielder, Scott, is the one that gets to it and makes the catch.
Batter's number 21, center fielder, Travis Stouter.
Now Stouter one for 2, had a big hit in this game, a 2-run single in the 6th. He also drew a walk in the 2nd. Takes a strike. 0-1. Laid off the pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one missed inside as well, 2-1. Fouled out of play right side, 2-2. Count's full now. Another base runner would bring the tying run to the plate here in the 8th. The 3-2. Left side off the glove of Stevens, into the glove of Geelan. He makes the throw. Good job by Payne to come off the bag and go get that ball, not let it get by him.
Batter's catcher, number 23, Davis Wells.
So runners first and second. 1 out in the inning. And Wells at the plate. 0 for 2. He laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time. Didn't get the first one from Milbourne. 0-1. Ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Count to Davis Wells. Two balls and a strike. They just called a pitch clock violation on Milbourne. So add a ball to the count. It's 2-1. That one missed inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and one. Ball 4 to Wells. The bases are loaded. The threat builds here in the 8th for Chat Valley, trying to climb out of a 6-3 hole. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Noah Jones, who's had a good day at the plate, 1 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, a run scored. First pitch, swinging in the gap towards left center. Going to get over there and catch it is Scott. The runner will tag from both second and third and move up. So Jones gets a run in. That's the second out in the inning. Cuts the lead to 6-4. Stoddard goes from second to third. Wells stays put at first, so they're on the corners now with 2 outs. And Bryson at the plate. Takes high for ball one. That one in there. Called strike. 1-1. Bryson 1 for 2. A base hit in the fifth. Also laid down a sacrifice bunt in the third. Chopper up the middle. Walters, it gets under his glove. A run comes in. It's 6-5. So they give up 2 on the 2-run home run in the seventh. They get them right back in the top of the eighth and bring us back to a 1-run game.
Back to the top of the order with third baseman number 2, Kanan Meeks.
Wells stops at second. An RBI single for Bryson. And Meeks swings through the first one. Meeks 1 for 4, an RBI single in the fifth. Melbourne went back to that same spot. Meeks laid off. It's 1-1, and Milburn wants a new baseball, gets it. Bounces one up there. Mason keeps it out in front. 2-1 the count. Wells, the catcher, out at second, but he runs pretty well. He'll have a chance to score on a hit to the outfield if Meeks can come up with it. Tied him up inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Popped away from the catcher. The runners will move up. Mason thought he had it on that pitch, low and away. Time he realized he didn't, the runners were on their way. So now a hit. Could put the Pirates ahead. The 3-2. Struck him out. Meeks was hoping that ball hit the dirt before it got in the mitt, but it did not. And Milburn comes out with a big strikeout to end the inning. 2 runners left stranded in scoring position. Coastal South clinging to a 6-5 lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Eight, 9, 1 spots in the order coming up for Coastal South. What they hope will be their final turn at bat in this game as they are clinging to a 1-run lead. Bottom of the 8th. Geelan, Stevens. And we'll see. I think Murphy came back in the game after he was pulled for a pinch runner his last time around, but we'll see for sure.
Shortstop, number 13, Garrett Jalen.
Caden Murphy's 2-run home run an inning ago looked like insurance at the time, and now the difference in the game as Coastal leads at 6-5. Geelan takes a strike. 0 for 3, Geelan. A fly out, a pop out, a strikeout. Oh, and 2 the count. Off the end of the bat, stays alive. Takes high, 1 and 2. Grounder to short. That came up for Bryson, and he made the throw. 1 away in the 8th.
Batter number 3, third baseman, Joseph Stevens.
Stevens 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. And he's behind in the count 0-1. Soft liner. Jones caught it.
Jones on the catch.
Got the glove under it just before it got to the ground. A little sinking line drive on the infield. Two outs in the 8th.
Number 9 from Atlanta, Georgia, Silas Cunningham.
Silas Cunningham gonna hit for the first time. He's on as a pinch hitter here in Murphy's spot, leadoff spot. Cunningham, 295 for the year, has 2 home runs, 27 RBIs. The 0-1, he fouls that one off. It's 0-2. Ball 1 in the dirt. 2-1 the count, correction. Grounds that one foul past first. 2-2 now. The 2-2 misses high, full count. Full count pitch, grounded right side, off of the first baseman, off of the second baseman, is going to be a base hit. McDonald, a diving attempt. It glanced off of him. Just enough to alter the path. Jones not able to size it up either. And Jones was telling McDonald, hey, if you leave that one alone, I've got it all the way. But it's an infield single for Cunningham. And another change in that spot as Cunningham comes out. And Drake McBride will run the bases. A meeting on the mound. Jordan Oldno. And the rest of the Pirates infield. They know that any run given up here makes life all that more difficult in the ninth. They want to make sure it's no more than a one-run lead when they come to bat. Ball one, low and away. Throw to first. McBride gets his uniform dirty. Strike call in the inside corner. 1-1 the count to Quincy Walters. 1 for 4. A double in the second. Since then, he's grounded out twice and struck out. And that one is smoked into center. A base hit. Throw back to second. Jones wasn't on the bag, though. Might have had a play there with McBride taking the turn. Back-to-back two-out singles. Runners first and second. South looking for some insurance. Walters 2 for 5 now. And Addison Scott at the plate. He's been busy out in center field. And that one nagged on a hop by Canyon Meeks. Save that one from going into left. And he trots over to third, steps on the bag to get the third out. And Chat Valley able to keep the score right where it is as we go to the ninth, 6-5. Pirates need at least one to keep it going. New pitcher for the Coyotes and a shuffle in the outfield. We saw McBride come in as a pinch runner. He takes over in center field. Addison Scott, the center fielder, moves over to left. Bryce Speakman, the left fielder, moves over to right. And on the mound, third pitcher, left-hander Talon Terrell. Terrell making his 13th appearance of the season, 4.80 the ERA, 3-1 the record. 30 innings, 32 hits, 14 walks, 24 strikeouts, and a hit batter, to start the inning. As John Pierre takes his base. Tying run is aboard. Josh McDonald is 0 for 4. Popped out twice, grounded to second, and fly to center. Going to try to bunt. Pitcher fields, throws to first to take the sure out. Sacrifice bunt by McDonald, gets the runner to second. Now Velos. There was like an exchange of armbands out there. Somebody didn't have the right equipment. But you understand the strategy here for Chat Valley. Velos has had a good game, 3 for 4. Has scored a couple of runs. And with a runner in scoring position, a chance to tie this game with 1 out in the ninth. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Time is called. I think we're going to get a change out of second.
Running for Chat Valley now from Prattville, Alabama, number 12, Drew Jolly.
Drew Jolly going to be the base runner for John Pierre. And that pitch hit Velos. So a couple of hit batters. Runners first and second. 1 out. And Fulmer at the plate, 1 for 4 with a double. Velos on base for the 4th time. Terrell, fly ball to center. McBride will be tested immediately. His first inning in the field. Runner tags from second and moves up. With 2 outs in the inning. And it's up to Stouter. One for 3. A 2-run base hit in the 6th. Reached on an error and scored a run in the 8th. And he will not face Terrell. We'll step aside as Coastal makes a pitching change with 2 outs in the ninth, trying to close out a 6-5 victory. Tell you about the new pitcher right after this. New pitcher for Coastal is right-hander Trevor Ferris. He served as their closer this year. 4-3 the record, his 23rd appearance of the season. That's a lot. 3.95 the ERA. 5 saves. Looking for save number 6 right here. In those 22 appearances, 27 1/3 innings, 24 hits, just 11 walks, 18 strikeouts. He comes in with the tying run 90 feet away. Top of the 9th. Jolly, the pinch runner, at third. Velos at first. Stauder at the plate. Ferris trying to get one out and finish this ball game. Chat Valley trying to keep it going. 1 ball, no strikes. Winner plays Gadsden State tomorrow at 1. Loser will play an elimination game at 4. Called strike, it's 1-1. Kind of a unique long arm delivery from Ferris. He gets that arm extended immediately out of the glove and kind of windmills it home. 2-1. Foul back. 2-2. And he seems to like his breaking ball. He's thrown it a couple of times already in this at bat. A 2-2 count. Let's see if they go back to it here. They do. It's popped up. Foul territory. And Payne runs out of room. So the at-bat for Stouter continues, still 2-2. Soft liner out towards second. Flip to first in time. Walters stuck with it, navigated the runner cutting in front of him, and made the throw to first to end the game and send Coastal South into the second round against Gadsden State tomorrow. Coastal, the 6-5 winner. And tip of the cap, Caden Mason, the 2-run home run in the 7th. Stretched the lead to 6-3 at the time, but that proved to be the game-winning runs. And a well-contested ball game here to close out the first day of the Alabama Community College Conference Tournament. Day 1 is in the books, and our schedule for the first half of the day tomorrow is set. Shelton State will start the day and their first game in the tournament against Northwest Shoals at 10 a.m. That'll be the first of 4 games tomorrow scheduled. The next game will be this Coastal South team against Gadsden State. And then we'll have a pair of elimination games to follow that, 4 p.m., 7 p.m., the scheduled start times. And, of course, those will be adjusted as needed as we go through our day tomorrow. So stick with us. Join us at 10 and stick with us all day. Lots more baseball coming your way from Chattahoochee, from Chockalocka Park here in Oxford. Final scores today: 10-4 Northwest Shoals beat Wallace-Hansville, 6-5 Coastal South beats Chat Valley. And we'll be back tomorrow around 10 a.m. for the start of day 2, Shelton State Northwest Shoals. My name is Tim Altork. Thanks for watching with us today here on JockJive. This has been Alabama Community College postseason baseball. We'll see you tomorrow.